Hey everybody, it's your old pal Brian Hunt. Welcome to another episode of 60 Seconds of Risk. Today is the Friday before the long 4th of July weekend, and so I figured what is not a better time to talk about the difference between deductibles versus retention levels. Now, some of you may already know what I'm talking about, so let me give you a quick primer. On most insurance policies, you might see, especially on a workers' comp, a GL, or your auto, what's called a deductible, which means you might have $1 million policy limit, but you're responsible for, say, the first $25,000. That's deducted from your insurance policy, the coverage. Other policies, which you might typically see like on a professional D&O fiduciary policy, you might see what's called a retention, which is where whatever that amount is, that's what you or the firm is going to pay first dollar on, and then anything beyond that, once you exceed the value of the retention, is picked up by the policy. So let me give you a quick example. So, let's say you've got a $1 million automobile policy and you have a $50,000 deductible. What this means is that if something occurs and a claim does happen and some massive catastrophic event occurs, the insurance carrier is not paying you $1 million. They're going to pay you $1 million minus your deductible and pay out $950,000 if the claim goes up to the limit of your policy. That's what's called a deductible, hence the word, it deducts from the limit of the policy. On the flip side of that, you might have a retention, which means, let's say your policy has a $50,000 retention, so you are paying the first $50,000 of any claim. Once it goes beyond that level, there's $1 million of insurance coverage. So technically, the most the claim might cover actually is higher, $1,050,000 versus just $1 million, because you, the insured, are paying the first $50,000, and the carrier is paying the next $1 million on top of that. So total out-of-pocket expenses between you and the insurance company is $1,050,000. So it's you are retaining the first $50,000. The insurance company picks off the rest. So retention versus deductible, it's a conversation you might want to have with your broker and your carrier to figure out what makes more sense. But one thing to think about specifically, if you have a large deductible policy, which means you got a deductible, say, of $100,000, $250,000, what often might happen is that your carrier is going to require you to put up collateral, meaning you're going to put up cash to prove that you can pay that first $250,000 of a claim, because there might be multiple claims that occur over the course of the policy year. So the carrier is going to have you put up collateral. You're taking money and put it aside so the carrier can get access to it to pay off the claims. The flip side, if you have a retention policy, and a lot of times the carrier does not require you to put up any collateral, because in that situation, they're not picking up any of the claim until the retention level is exceeded. So think about this. High deductible, odds are you're putting collateral or line of credit. A retention policy, most likely you're not required to put up collateral or line of credit. So it's something to think about. And that's basically kind of the essentials with respects to deductible versus retention. Have that conversation with your carrier, have that conversation with your agent, and they can sort of walk you through the total cost of risk you might be looking, because one might actually be a better option for you than the other. And on top of that, we're looking here at the long 4th of July weekend, so I want everybody out there to have a wonderful and safe 4th of July weekend. I'm going to drink a nice cold beer, get to wave the flag, watch some fireworks, see a parade go through my neighborhood. Until next time, guys, hope you enjoy this. And remember, you can find me on this on my LinkedIn. Hopefully you liked what you saw. Post a comment or make a suggestion who you'd like to get interviewed. You can also see this on my channel on YouTube. Please subscribe. And also follow me on Twitter as well. Until next time, happy 4th of July, guys.